What's good, fam? It's your boy Kiko Cortez, and this is Kiko's P.A.I.N, the definitive channel of the Florida ChainGang, where we turn bad into good and pain into progress. I'm here today to ask a question. What watch is the most coveted, most sought after watch in the Florida ChainGang? Right here. G-Shock, Casio G-Shock. Simple, basic watch, everyday little watch out here on the streets. But in prison in Florida, if you pull up, you got one of these on your wrist, people are instantly going to think you got money. First of all, they're illegal. There's no legal way to acquire a G-Shock in the Florida prison. They sell you some basic little $60 watch, and that's it. So any watch not that is contraband by nature. But you'll see them flooding through the prison. And a lot of places don't care at all. Cops almost never checking for it. Other places, they're so petty about it. The property officer, every time an officer sees you, anybody with a G-Shock or any non-canteen watch on the wrist, hey, let me see your property slip for that. So when you buy one off the land, you're not only spending that money, whatever this guy is charging you for it, you buying it with a complete understanding that you might get it taken off your wrist at any given time from the police. A whole nother factor about having the G-Shock on your watch in the Florida ChainGang is other people gonna want it. So if you're walking around with a G-Shock, you gotta be able to keep that G-Shock on your wrist because you want to instantly make yourself a target for certain predatory types. I've seen a stolen G-Shock turn into 5 different people getting stabbed about that one same G-Shock, and it wasn't even one of the real fly ones. It was like maybe worth $50 in the joint. Someone saw it, they wanted it, they robbed the guy, and it led to a whole bunch of warfare. That's a whole nother story. Needless to say, anything that's sought after, anything that's coveted is going to bring a certain risk with it in prison. If you have anything, same way out here in the streets, if you have something that other people want and you're in a world where people take what they want a lot of the time, obviously you're making yourself a target. So that's another thing about having that G-Shock on your wrist. Not only you confirm that you have some kind of money, but you're also confirming that you have ability to keep this on your wrist if you're able to, in fact, keep it on your wrist. Personally, I had a bunch of different turf watches while I was in prison. That's what we call them in Florida. Turf watches, turf shades. You know, it's out there from the turf, the streets. It just so happened in 2005, a couple years after I've been in prison in Florida, I happened to come up on an Armatron from off the P.A.I.N. And just by pure coincidence, I was able to get that written down on my property slip by an officer that was lame to the game and wasn't checking. I was just like, yeah, here's my watch. Boom, he wrote it down. Once I got that property slip that said Armatron watch, now I had a little bit of level of protection that when a guard came and asked me, hey, you got a property slip for that? I was like, yeah, right here. Now that same property slip's not gonna hold water against a white shirt, some high-ranking official. It's like, where did you buy it from? Where did you buy that in the prison system? We don't sell them. How did you possibly get that legally? And you're dead there. But by having that little pink slip with it, that gives you a certain amount of protection from the average guard. From then on out, since I had that Armatron on my property slip, I always sought Armatrons. I had my Armatron, I'm looking for another one. I see, buddy, oh, what is it? Oh, you got it for sale? Stainless steel? Oh, it's an Armatron? Oh, yeah, I want it. Boom, let me get that. You know, make a purchase, make a trade, because I know I might be able to keep that for a little while because I got my property slip. So I get that Armatron. And it just turned into a succession of Armatrons where even like while I was getting money, I was able to get stuff smuggled into prison. I was choosing, hey, go find the flyest Armatron you can find. And I mean, what, $50 watches at Walmart, wherever you get them at. And in prison, they're instantly worth a couple $100. That was me. I had a succession of fly Armatrons throughout the last 3/4 of my time in prison. But again, the Casio G-Shock is the most sought after watch in the Florida ChainGang. Yeah, is there people with better, more expensive watches you come across? Of course. But on average, it's constantly what you see as considered like the big sporty watch, because stainless steel watches, metal watches attract even more attention from officers. I had a couple, and at a certain point, I heard a lot of people were getting theirs taken, and so I swapped out at visitation my stainless steel Armatron for a nice sporty Armatron watch. And from then on out, I just kept it rolling like that. So for the fact that sporty watches get by better, digitals, and the G-Shock is one of the flyest little sporty digital watches, that seems to make it the watch of choice in the Florida ChainGang. But hey, go ahead, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Kiko's P.A.I.N, not putting out the content with the regularity as before, But man, it's a grind out here. I'm telling you, I'm hustling, I'm grinding. If you knew, you'd be like, dang, this Kevin Gates. I got 6 jobs, I don't get tired. Yeah, I hope that ain't copyright infringement. I don't know all these YouTube rules, but man, much love to everybody following the channel, checking for me. Hey, it's gonna come. Man, when it's time, it's time. We're gonna push heavy right here. Right now, we're just keeping it, boom, and out here grinding in these streets, man. Y'all need to be doing the same, focusing on your goals. Let's get it. Much love, Kiko's P.A.I.N. Hit that button. Come on, let's go. Y'all stay up.